Now we're talking, baby. Now we're talking. This is what I've been waiting for. To see the team go out and actually do what I need this team to do. Go all in. Now, welcome to the show, Camfrey 15 Talk Sports. Yes. Just a quick update before I continue on with this main point. Me and my Uncle Daryl did make an NFL free agency video. That video should be going up probably sometime tomorrow when I get the chance in my schedule to render it. We don't talk about all the free agents and not all the releases that have happened, but we mention a few. At the end of the video, we obviously talk about making a potential part 2 free agent deal in this whole nonsense that is NFL free agency and offseason. But listen, you're obviously here to get my a Bears fan honest reaction to the Bears trading for DJ Moore and trading their first pick away to the Carolina Panthers. Well. You see, mind you, I was driving home from work today, and obviously in freaking not sunny Southern California, rainy California, but obviously I'm driving in the rain, all freaking down and blue because of the rain, and then something lights up my day. I get the alert that the Bears traded their first round pick to the Carolina Panthers, and I'm like, okay. But for who? And for what are you trade the pick, but what do you get in return? And I'm like, okay, the Panthers got to give you a haul. If you're going to they got to give you a haul if you're going to move all the way back for that. I got to get like first round picks. I got to get a few seconds and even more picks. Lo and behold, I didn't think we'd be getting DJ Moore in the fucking deal. But what do I know? I'll take the damn deal. Let's read the deal from what Adam Schefter tweeted a few hours ago. The compensation, per sources, Bears are trading number 1 overall pick to Carolina for the number 9 pick, the number 61st pick, which is the second round pick, a first round pick in 2024, and then a second round pick in 2025. On top of it, DJ Moore, wide receiver. I love it. Absolutely love the deal. I said the Bears, in order to trade this first round pick, got to get 3 first round picks in return for his services. Now, technically, they only got 2. Now, they got 1 for next year. Obviously, there's a first round pick in DJ Moore. Right there. That's your second round first pick. It's as if you got 2 first round picks right then and there. You got that guy right then and there. Then you get a second round pick this year. They're picking at 59, I believe, in the second round. Now you got 61. That's back-to-back picks, bro. Back-to-back second round picks right then and there. So again, to the Bear fans that were complaining, we traded away a second round pick for Chase Claypool. You just got your second round pick back, you damn idiots. Jeez Louise. I had to hear over and over across the season. You paid Chase you traded a second round pick for Chase Claypool when he's only learning in the offense for just only a few games. He gets hurt, and obviously the production, the statistics aren't there. But my effing goodness, you get the second round pick back. There you go. On top of it, guess what? You get a second round pick in this deal in 2 seasons, in the 2025's NFL season. So what the people talking about? I always knew the Bears would get that second round pick back anyways. Be stupid enough. Then you get a bona fide elite wide receiver talent, number 1 wide receiver material to help Justin Fields take the next effing step. You look at the wide receiver room so far from what we brought back. We brought back Equanimeous St. Brown. We have Darnell Mooney going into a contract year. We have Chase Claypool going into a contract year. So far, that's the only wide receivers, big name wise, that we got. That's not impressive. You go out and you go make this damn deal. And what I love hearing the news from Twitter is the fact that Ryan Poles pushed for this deal to happen. He pretty much said this because apparently the Panthers were going to offer their 2025 first round draft pick. But Ryan Poles was like, you ain't, I'm not taking that. Give me DJ Moore right now, otherwise no effing deal. I will go find another team that is willing to take the first round pick. And obviously the Panthers, with their quarterback history in the last few years since Cam Newton, they've been in freaking quarterback purgatory. And knowing them, they were like, fudge, we can't, this guy's not budging off the deal, and we want the first pick. We have it right then and there. The guy likes, Ryan Poles likes the other stuff, other picks in the deal, but he wants a freaking best wide receiver. Sometimes, and guess what? The Panthers had to chew down and bite down hard on their mouth and bite down hard on their teeth and grit their teeth because I know they probably did not want to trade DJ Moore, but they're like, frick, man, we got freaking either CJ Stroud or Bryce Young sitting there, and one of those guys are going to be gone way before we have a chance to draft. So they grit their teeth and they just swallowed the pill and they practically said, you know what, screw it, just give him DJ Moore. So, and then make the damn deal. And that's what I'm talking about. We have a GM that is freaking being the way I wanted him to be with this first pick handling. It was a whole no-nonsense thing where, okay, I'll give you this first round pick, but the thing is, you got to listen to my demands. And if you don't, well, then I'll just hang up and then I'll go call some other team that is willing to give me any assets and any picks to my liking, to my specifications. So credit Ryan Poles for going through his due diligence and freaking making it known to the Carolina Panthers, no. I'm not making this deal done without getting a wide receiver for my young quarterback. So you're going to do the deal? Otherwise, I can go back and I can go talk to Houston or Indianapolis or any of these other teams, even behind you, that are willing to frickin' want this first round pick. In Carolina, they had to swallow the pill and they had to give up their best wide receiver. DJ Moore is a guy, the last few years, I think not this year, but the last few years, has had over 1,000 yards receiving. And that's with quarterbacks who are mid. You look after Cam Newton, look at the Panthers quarterback list. Mid quarterbacks. And he was still putting up 1,000 yard receiving seasons with mid quarterback play. Don't tell me that's not an elite talent right there. You got a number one receiver. And the funny part is, a lot of people were hoping mid-season during the end of last season for the Bears, that the Bears would trade for DJ Moore. Now guess what? You got the dude. You got the guy to help Justin Fields. Now, obviously, you look at the wide receiver room infinitely. I still think they might need to go out and get one more wide receiver, and then you'll be good. And I think this freaking wide receiver room is infinitely better than the past few years this season's had. Infinitely better. Get one more wide receiver, a nice solid number 3 or 4 receiver you can put in there. You're good. You know, McCole Hardman, you know, he's been pretty ominous on Twitter. Just a few days ago, he was like, at Justin Fields, and he did the eyeball emoji. So does that mean maybe just because those two played with each other in college at Georgia for their little short stint that Justin Fields was there, that maybe McCole Hardman's like, you know what? I see what's going on cooking over there in Chicago. My boy Ryan Poles is over there. They look like they might be a damn good team and a promising quarterback. Yeah, I know Patrick Mahomes is great, but I want to be a part of something special over here in Chicago. Hey, if they get McCole Hardman, your wide receiver room is great. Honestly, you don't need to drive Jackson Smith-Njigba. I still would drive Jackson Smith-Njigba, but if they don't, that's fine. But my effing goodness. Absolute craziness of a deal. And all credit goes to Ryan Poles. He played no nonsense deal. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And this is on the verge of everything that's happening in the NFC or North right now. The Vikings, because they were so stuck in their freaking cap salary, their salary cap hell, you see their GM doing what they probably should have did this past off season, and that's just start cutting guys. They cut Adam Thielen, they cut Eric Kendricks, they've been cutting a bunch of other guys on the Vikings. So I don't know what that means for the Vikings, that they're going to kind of it seems like the Vikings, they're going to try to retool and try to develop players, but sign players to better contracts. But regardless, at the end of the day, I'm not scared of the damn Vikings. I've never been scared of the Vikings as a Bears fan. Even when we're bad, we beat the Vikings. Yeah, this year we haven't beat them, but shit. In the first game we played the Vikings, we almost came back and won. In the second game, that was just a throwaway game because the Bears were trying to tank for the first pick. So who cares? The Lions, yes, they're a good team. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I hate my words on that. The Lions look like they got a promising young team right then and there. But I still think we're a better team and we can get better defense. I think we can beat the Lions. I really do think we can beat the Lions because at the end of the day, the Lions are going to Lions. And we would have beat them in the first game of the season. The second game when we played the Lions was just atrocious. That was terrible. But that was a part of the season where the team practically had nobody else to work with. And then you got the Packers. Don't know what's going to be happening in Aaron Rodgers' la-la land. He has to take secret retreats away to figure out what he wants to do. He might be gone, traded to the damn New York Jets. Following the quarterback before him, Brett Favre. What's next? He going to go to the Vikings to end off his career? And then obviously, the Packers are more than likely going to be starting Jordan Love. Even though he's only played a few games, he's still somewhat unproven in a full NFL season. And I have no comments. And I think if Jordan Love starts, we can definitely beat the damn Packers. We can definitely beat the Packers. Trust and believe. The moment Aaron Rodgers leaves, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can beat the damn Packers for once. And we can, with Justin Fields, we can be the team that is always, in Packer fans' eyes, looking like, damn it, we can't beat these guys. So, I hope he leaves and that the tides in that rivalry start to change. But I like this move. This gives Justin Fields a legitimate wide receiver, number one weapon, where you can put him either on the outside or the slot. He does better in the slot, but if you need to put him on the outside, put him on the damn outside. This only helps Chase Claypool get better. This only helps Darnell Mooney get better because now you have a receiver, a number one guy that will make a presence where defenses have to key on him, and they're like, no, we cannot let this buster go off. We cannot let this buster go off. And guess what? That's only going to open up the lanes for Chase Claypool, Darnell Mooney, Cole Kmet, where they got to win their one-on-one battles. And when Fields gives them the ball, they got to win it. Plain and simple. Because guess what? DJ Moore is going to take most of the attention away from those guys, which is something we've been asking for years. And the Bears followed the damn formula that, guess what? You see all these other teams that have quarterbacks that know they need to take the next step. They trade or they draft for a number one wide receiver. As of late, it's been more trading for a number one wide receiver. The last known guy that's been successful, that's got a traded wide receiver, was obviously Jalen Hurts. And guess where he went? To the Super Bowl. Now again, I think the Bears are still a little bit far from getting to where they need to get the Super Bowl. But I said with these moves that they make, and if they're really damn good moves, least they can do is contend for a wildcard spot, maybe the division, the way how the other division teams are shaping out. And the way they're looking so far in this early offseason process. Plus, getting this deal done before free agency starts is another huge thing because that means it doesn't give the Panthers time to think about it and things like that. The combine ended like a week or two ago, and now guess what? The Panthers are only getting their information, and they still got to do some more scouting and things like that. But The Bears make the deal. Ryan Poles pretty much is like, look, dude, it's a take it or leave it deal. You will go by my demands. I want DJ Moore in the deal. You don't give me what I want, well, then I guess what? I will hang up. Thank you for doing business. And the Panthers knew they couldn't pass it up because going from number 9 to number 1 to draft a quarterback of their choosing, of the fact that, no, they have the chance to get the quarterback that they want, you have to bite the bullet and you have to freaking take the risk where you need to take the damn risk. And guess what? You need to freaking say, no, we need to go get our guy. We can go get ourselves a receiver in either next year's draft or when the time comes and we see the promise, we can also do the same thing like all these other teams do and trade for a number 1 wide receiver. And plus, if you're the Panthers, they also have to look on the outskirts of their own damn division. The Buccaneers, they're pretty much in salary cap hell, and guess what? Their starting quarterback projected this year is going to be Kyle Trask. And guess what? Last year, even with Tom Brady, playing with that Buccaneers team that was pretty much average at best, and they had all those weapons over there, they played them pretty damn hard. The Saints, they're a solid team, but they got Derek Carr. Derek Carr is a hot and cold quarterback. And guess what? The Saints massively overpaid for Derek Carr. That is going to be average to almost below average for them. And then you got the Atlanta Falcons. They're like, we don't want Lamar Jackson. So we'll stick with what's his face? Desmond Ridder. Now, why the hell they wouldn't go all in on Lamar Jackson, don't know why the F they would not do that, but I digress. They want to be stupid idiots over there in Atlanta? Continue to be stupid idiots. Probably Ryan Pace said, hey, no, come on, we don't need him. Probably Ryan Pace is doing. That's the reason why they were out of the running. But you look at the Panthers situation, they're like, we got our guy and he turns out to be promising. We can run the division for years. We can run the NFC South for years. So, yes. And then 2, for the Bears, say Justin Fields flops next year. With all the talent the Bears give him, he flops. He doesn't have a good year. If the Panthers don't have another good year, and they're up there for like top spots, well, guess what? You have another top pick in the draft. And I don't think the Panthers will be good next year. Hopefully the Panthers suck next year. The Bears are still in the top 5 because that'll be the Panthers 2024 pick. And guess what? You put yourself right back in position. And you put yourself in a good position to potentially draft maybe another generational quarterback talent in Caleb Williams if the Panthers suck that bad enough. And if they suck that bad, well, guess what? You put yourself back in the driver's seat. You can draft. If there's a team in front of you that knows they don't need a damn quarterback at the first pick, then you can be the team that trades up and gets you the guy. So, Ryan Poles is making some nice moves. Nice moves. This was his first domino to drop in free agency. I thought it's an A+ move. You get a wide receiver, which pretty much illuminates to a second first-round pick in this deal. You get next year's Panthers first-round pick, which, guess what? You could potentially use next year, and it can help you a lot next year, along with the first pick you're going to be having for next year's team. You got second-round picks back, and you gave Justin Fields weapons. And if this does not tell everybody, including these national media shills, that don't watch a lick of Chicago Bears football because the Bears aren't A+ TV for them. It shows these people who've been going out there on ESPN and Fox Sports saying, I think the Bears should trade Justin Fields and draft Bryce Young. Yeah, let's trade a guy who's had 2 years of NFL experience, 20+ starts, who's shown the promise and the potential of being a great NFL quarterback. Yes, with his legs, but you see some of those arm talent throws he's made. And they want the Bears to trade off Justin Fields for an unproven rookie quarterback in a Bryce Young who hasn't played an NFL snap. Hasn't played one NFL football snap. And guess what? If Ryan Poles did that move, didn't trade the first pick, drafted Bryce Young, and he flops, and Justin Fields takes off, well then who the hell is going to be the idiot looking in the room? The GM. And you're going to immediately fire his ass for making that decision. This move single-handedly tells everybody that Ryan Poles believes in Justin Fields and that he believes he can take the next effing step. And if he doesn't, he's in prime position to draft probably the next generational great quarterback in Caleb Williams next year. So, to the Colin Cowherds, the Skip Baylesses, the Mike Tannenbaums, who've been saying, I think frickin' Bryce Young is going to be a better quarterback. That's Morley Tannenbaum and Skip Bayless. And of course, Skip Bayless made a tweet today saying, I think Justin Fields will be a pretty good quarterback, but Bryce Young will be our all-time great quarterback. Guy hasn't played a snap in the NFL. And all of a sudden, we're proclaiming Bryce Young to be fucking Patrick Mahomes 2.0. Because he had a few solid seasons in Alabama with all that talent around him. Put him in a position where he's got nothing to work with. Any quarterback will fucking struggle. Even Skip Bayless's beloved Tom Brady would struggle in Chicago with the offense they trotted out last year. They had no offensive line. They barely had any receivers to work with. So please, Bryce Young would probably be playing worse, if not slightly worse. Actually, he probably would have been worse. The offense would have been atrocious if Bryce Young was there because he doesn't run as much like Justin Fields did. Justin Fields' own impact on the field made the Bears a better football team. You saw that game against the Jets when they started Trevor Siemian. He was garbage. You saw what they did when they were rotating quarterbacks at the last game against the Vikings compared to the first game against the Vikings with Justin Fields starting. Justin Fields almost willed the team back to win that game. And then you play the Vikings the last season, Nathan Peterman and the other guy, Tim Boyle, couldn't do shit against the Vikings defense. And then Trevor Siemian couldn't do nothing against the Jets. But in every single game Justin Fields has played, outside of a few games that were just completely blowouts, he had some crazy impact in the game that kept the Bears in the football game. So don't get me with this BS that the Bears should trade Justin Fields and have drafted Bryce Young. I don't think Bryce Young makes that much of an impact for the Bears. Plus, Justin Fields is a bigger, stronger, more mobile quarterback and a stronger arm. He has that type of arm where I can trust him to throw in that pretty bad weather in Chicago. Bryce Young, I think he's got a good arm. I think his arm's a little bit too weak to throw in that weather in Chicago. Now, if the Bears already had a dome stadium, maybe that's a discussion for another day. But in that brutal weather that is Chicago, no, you got to go with a quarterback that's got the arm strength. I think Bryce Young has more finesse in his throws than arm strength. I think he's got one of them noodle-like arms, to be honest. He can still get the ball where it needs to be, but in these harsher, windier weathers, I think he will struggle. That's just my personal opinion, because he doesn't have that arm strength. And plus, he's a smaller quarterback, too. So, the hits he would be taking over time, who's to say? Who's to say? And guess what? Justin Fields was getting nicked up when he was getting hit all the time. The moment Bryce Young gets hit 2, 3, 4 times, he's already out for the game. Justin Fields at least was fighting through the pain and playing through it. So, yes. Before I get out of here, where do the Bears go from here now? Listen, you're at number 9. This only makes where they go, it's going to be based on who's going to be available at that time. Either or, here's what I'd do if I'm the Bears drafted number 9. You take your number 9 draft pick is either an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. If the Bears hope for a defensive lineman falls, they would have to hope that Will Anderson or Jalen Carter falls to them. Now, Jalen Carter may fall. Would he fall all the way to number 9 where the Bears would take him? Who knows? I think Will Anderson will honestly probably be gone by the time the Bears select. And If you're still unsure about Jalen Carter because of his character issues, with what's happened to him in recent light, then you go offensive line and you freaking go stack your offensive line based on what you don't do in free agency. And right now in free agency, there are a lot of solid right and left tackles out there and even the Titans cut their center right now, their former starting center, he's on the market. There's a lot of solid offensive lineman tackles and even one center out there that I think the Bears need to go out of and freaking pay their money and build in the trenches because you need to massively improve that offensive line. I would honestly go sign that tight end center because guess what? Sam Mustipher, ass. You can't trust Lucas Patrick. He can't stay healthy. I want to be mad if you go get Orlando Brown. I want to be mad if you go get that Falcons freaking right tackle or Mike McGlinchey. I think the former Jacksonville Jaguars offensive lineman, he's on the free agent. I think it's Jawan Taylor or whatever. He's on the free agent market. You got some things to build. And then even on the defensive side of the ball, you got some solid guys. Yeah, De'Aaron Payne got taken up by the franchise tag. But you still got Draymond Jones. You got a few other good players. Hargrave, if you want to go for Hargrave, even though he's 30 years old and you feel like, okay, maybe we should give him a chance. Bears got things to do. Ryan Poles is not done. He's got to go out there. He's got to spend his money in free agency. He's got to. He's got to. Because that's the next thing. If I'm Ryan Poles, go improve your offensive line first. If you need to sign, if it's a defensive player that you can't miss, like a Tremaine Edmonds, defensive player that you can't miss, I understand why if you would get that guy first. But build that offensive line with the offensive line players out there, and if there's something you miss out on, well, you can always address it in the draft. So, I love this move for the Bears. This is a move that can take the Bears offensively and get them massively better. DJ Moore will make this offense better. He'll make Chase Claypool, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney better, and he'll definitely make Justin Fields better as well. And it's going to be crazy to watch. It's going to be crazy to watch. I can't wait for this connection, Justin Fields, DJ Moore connection to happen. It's going to be very great to watch. I'm so excited for Chicago Bears football next year in September, man. I swear, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait, dude. This is going to be a freaking fun-ass season upcoming. But the Bears still got to make some more moves. Ryan Poles, yes, he got the first domino to drop. First round picks off the board. We know we're drafting 9. I don't think we're trading that pick back or anything. I think we're going to stick at 9, get with whoever we get at that time. Hopefully it's a really good player that can freaking help this team win now and even win into the future. And yeah, but again, Ryan Poles got to make some more moves. He's got to address the issues this team has. And yeah, but we'll see where this team, we'll see what the moves are. We'll see what's going to happen now. But so far, Ryan Poles is starting off free agency with an A+. Let's keep it up. And I'm definitely liking to see where this is going. And yeah, but if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this move that the Bears have made, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Chicago's Bears content or any other sports content upload to the channel. Again, NFL free agency, video stuff, or off-season video stuff with my Uncle Daryl. They'll more than likely be coming up tomorrow. And again, that's only going to be like the first of like several videos of me and my Uncle Daryl talking NFL free agency. So, yeah. But anyways, catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day. Peace.